Good morning, grade 7. How are you doing? Great. So this first video here is to first congratulate for those who paid attention to the assignment and did the formative assessment until Sunday 2:15 p.m. So I could be able to analyze your results and give you some feedback on it. Okay. We are going to first talk about your exit ticket and then this formative assessment. Okay. So the first thing I'm going to talk about is your formative assessment here. As you can see here on my screen, 78% of accuracy. That is really, really, really good. Okay. And we had 16 students performing it out of the 22 that is actually, I don't know why we have 24 there, but it's 22 in your class. So 16 out of 22. So 6 people, please pay attention. Check your emails, your inboxes. Some people are getting zeros on this assignment because you didn't reply to it. Okay, so please pay attention to it. Pay attention to everything that is happening around you. Okay, I gave you extra time because I didn't want you to feel pressured on Saturday, on Friday to do this all together. But apparently, some people don't know how to deal with their time after Friday 3:15. And again, guys, as you know, from this week on, our school is moving to a hybrid session, so we teachers can actually have live sessions during our class time. So wake up! Time to wake up early. It's time to move earlier your time to work. Wake up at 8. Be ready. Some classes will be live and you have to be online. Okay? Time to check your schedule. Work with your parents to have a beautiful schedule to be online from 8 a.m. to 3:15 p.m. Okay? So let's start with our exit ticket here. I actually have it here. We're gonna talk about it. So a turtle moves 5/6 mile in 50 minutes, and a hare moves 1/4 mile in 24 minutes. The question is find the unit rate per hour, and this is where we're gonna have some trouble here, because actually we don't have our time in hours. We have our time in minutes. So our first task is to actually convert these times in minutes 2 times an hour. So what would be 50 minutes in relation to an hour? So now it's my turn to I'm going to move around a little bit here. And let me see if I can. Okay. So what would be this? Okay. So 50 minutes in terms of an hour is, well, how many minutes we have in an hour first? That is the first thing you have to ask yourself. Right, you have 60 minutes. So I need to write 50 minutes is a portion of an hour. It's a fraction of an hour, right? So if I need to write a fraction, well, I'm talking about 50 minutes in relation to 60 minutes, that is an hour. So 50 minutes represent 50 60ths of an hour. And simplifying this fraction, I would have 5/6 of an hour. Then 24 minutes, also in terms of hours, it is a fraction of an hour, 24 out of 60. If I simplify this, I can divide by 12 on the numerator and the denominator, and I will have 2 out of 5. So 2/5 of an hour. So now that I have miles for my distance, I have miles here, and I have the hours, I can actually find the unit rates per hour. How? Well, for the turtle, that would be 5/6 of a mile divided by 5/6 of an hour, because I want miles per hour. Well, guys, what happens when I divide 5/6 by 5/6? It's, well, it's the same number, right? What happens when I divide 2 by 2? Yes, 1. When I divide 7 by 7, also 1. So if I divide a fraction by the same fraction, I also get 1. So 1 mile per hour. Okay. Then for the hare, for the hare, the hare is moving 1/4 of a mile. Let me just put a mile here. Over 2/5 of an hour. Well, but I have this as an improper fraction, sorry, as a mixed number. For me to be able to divide fractions, we know and we have studied about it, they have to be, yes, that's it, as an improper fraction. So I have to convert 1 4/5 into an improper fraction. When I convert it here, we know that I have to do 1 times 5 plus 4. This will be 9/5. Okay, so coming back to my question here, I actually have 5/5 divided by 2/5. Okay, and I know that, well, if both are being divided by 5, this can cancel out. So I actually have 5/2 that I know 5/2 or 5/2, it's actually not the way we write speed, right? Because we're talking about speed, miles per hour. Well, when talking about speed, we need to write it as a decimal, okay? So to write it as a decimal, 9 divided by 2 is 4.5, or 4.5 miles per hour. And then I have my two final answers. 1 mile per hour for the turtle, 4.5 miles per hour for the hare. I hope you have understood. We'll come back in later for other things, okay? See you later!